the greatest mayor in Utah, and the greatest football player in history, and his fabulous wife, and so many great people. So you're all gonna really like it. And I just wanted to say a word about the me of 1971 as I arrived in Provo. In high school, in the 60s, there were no gay people. I mean, it wasn't as if they were anti-gay. It was just non-existent. And the best I could do was look in the dictionary under homosexual. And there would say something, but there just was no information anywhere. And I remember one time at lunch in high school, some boys, I was at the table, and one of them said, yeah, there's some fag that hangs out at this smoke shop. Now, I was a Mormon kid, so it didn't seem very appealing. But the kid said, yeah, there's a gay guy. Now, they use more derogatory language. And they said he's a hunchback. So for days, I went to that smoke shop and kind of hung around looking to find the only possibility that I could imagine in the world of another gay person. And I remember asking the clerks, if there was anybody with I don't know what I said exactly, and I don't want to be improper now, but that was the kind of loneliness, if you will, that there was. And when I got here to BYU, I remember enjoying it, and I remember enjoying every moment of it. But I also remember my greatest fear was, what's going to happen to me? My friends are all getting older, and they're dating seriously, and they're home from their missions, and what's going to happen to me? I'll be the only one left. It was, in some ways, a great, wonderful time, but also this kind of underlying that I'm the only person out there, and there's a good possibility I'm never going to meet anybody else like me. So now to come back here to this wonderful place, this wonderful city, and to see this building, which says this community understands that LGBT children in particular, but all members of the LGBTQ community need a support, and they need a community, and they need an outstretched hand, and they need love. And to see all of us come together, all of you, and build this, which is the physical representation of this dream that so many of us have had over generations. I'm so proud of you for doing all of this. So thank you and welcome. We all know that Stephanie is the one who put this all together and cracked the whip and had the vision and the dream. And it is just a terrific pleasure to introduce Stephanie Larson.
Thank you all, and thank you for coming. This is going to be hard. So I have notes. 20 years ago, I married into the Larson-Williams family. And for 20 years, I've watched them celebrate life together, laugh together, love and support each other, even though they are all walking different paths in life. John Williams was a part of that family. John was gay, but that did not define him. He was a very successful businessman, restaurateur, and renovationist. But the biggest success he had was that he loved and served everyone. And for a number of years, I have been obsessed with Why is it that John was able to come out as a gay man in Salt Lake City after serving an LDS mission and become a huge success? Yet in my community, a lot of the LGBT children are choosing not to live. I believe that what it comes down to is that John never left the circle of his family's love, that he was always supported and sustained by them, and he gave back far more than he ever received. And I hope that Encircle can help sustain families and help them support their children, and that LGBT kids in our community will feel the most loved and respected because they are unique, they are talented, they are kind in a way that I've never seen any other group of people. I called John 10 months ago and asked him if he would help me start something to help LGBT youth and their families in Provo. He said, sure, what are we going to do? And we just started down the path trying to figure out what should be done and what can be done. And that's when I began seeing miracles almost every day. People have seen the need and wholeheartedly given their time and their resources to help another group of people who they don't even know. Holly Alden and her family bought this house for us when it was just an idea. Jared Connors is my dear friend, and he's a brilliant designer, and he's given months to making this old house turn into a beautiful home again. When I told Dean Peterson that I had an idea that I was going to do this, he said, I'll help you. Little did I know that Dean would stand here day after day for 8 months for free, giving of his time just to help. Thank you, Dean. Nick Bruford and his family have given days and days to multiple projects and given me a lot of support, and we're very grateful. The Larson and Williams family threw their money and their support behind this when it was only a house, and set the example for what a great, loving family should be. Steve and Barb Young have been advocates for the LGBT cause for years. I started stalking Barb, not knowing her, over the phone many months ago. Eventually, she and Steve flew in from California, met me, and met us at the house. And since that time, they have given all of their heart and soul and money to help us get this going. Katie Bettner heard about this. I don't know where, but I do actually know where. But she heard about it and said, come to lunch. Since then, every day, she has given her wisdom, expertise, her money to make this possible. And she lives in Texas, so. Nina Brostrom had a brother come out as gay a few years ago. He came out to her and she tried to find resources. She couldn't find anything. So she wanted to be involved to help other people have the resources that they need. Thank you, Nina. I'm in a hurry, I promise. Ronnie Jo Draper, BYU professor, has been loving this community and supporting them for years, and we're lucky to have her on board to help us get this thing right. Tom Christofferson is on the board. He's given his money and time, and I hope that we will always make him proud that he was a founder. Lisa Hansen. No description for Lisa. She's just an angel who showed up ready to help and has been preparing for this for years. She She's a licensed marriage and family therapist, and she will be our therapeutic director. I can't get the term right. Jacob Dunford. How do I express my gratitude to Jacob? He is brilliant and kind. He's only 21, but he's as wise as an 80-year-old. He has been willing to do anything it takes to make Encircle happen. I tell him he's going to be the next John Williams. I'm grateful to have him as my partner in crime and my dearest friend. Thanks to my family. You know how much I love you, and you guys have been tough and strong, and thanks for being you. I'm almost done, so I've forgotten a million people, but I cannot tell you how many people have showed up on Saturdays to work in this house that used to be maroon and green and just pretty worn down from all the years of use. Thank you for being the type of people who would sign up on the internet. I would never do that. I mean, really quickly, and then I'm done. Encircle's goal is to bring the family and community together to enable our youth to thrive. I think that this community, if we put our work together, we can make this the best place in the country to grow up to be an LGBTQ child. Thank you for loving louder and for being here.